The 2013 Volkswagen CrossBlue Coupe Concept. German automaker, Volkswagen, is pretty serious about rolling out its CrossBlue lineup. Before it does so with production models, though, the automaker is testing waters with concept versions. We saw the CrossBlue Concept earlier this year at the Detroit Auto Show, and now, Volkswagen is taking to the Shanghai Auto Show to present its latest concept, the CrossBlue Coupe Concept. This new concept is certainly just as stunning as the first CrossBlue concept. And the release of a second variant of the CrossBlue model really shows just how serious VW is about offering green options that are still fun to drive. But its production outlook seems bleak for now. Volkswagen impressed us with the CrossBlue concept back in January. We're hitching our wagons in believing that the German automaker can do it again in Shanghai. Click past the jump to read more about the Volkswagen CrossBlue Coupe Concept update. This review has been updated with official images and details on the CrossBlue Coupe Concept. Exterior. Unlike the CrossBlue Concept, though, the CrossBlue Coupe Concept looks a lot more like a concept, complete with some eye-catching modern details, like the use of a one-piece grille and headlight configuration that gives the CrossBlue Coupe Concept a very unique look. The other distinctive features of the CrossBlue Coupe Concept's front profile are those enormous air vents on the front bumper, which reminds us completely of Lamborghini. Also setting it apart is a set of 22-inch wheels wrapped up in 285 44ths R22 tires. The rear features L-shaped taillights that really set it apart from other cars in its class. The only other striking details on the rear are the trapezoidal tailpipes that are integrated with the rear bumper insert. The rest of the back end is rather uneventful. Down the side, the CrossBlue Coupe Concept fits the bill as your typical crossover coupe model. A shallow raked windshield gives it a sleek look and the swooping roofline makes it look fast just sitting in a parking space. The only part that stands out from the side is the hard shoulder line that spans its length. Overall, the CrossBlue Concept looks more like a prototype of a production car rather than a concept. This leads us to wonder if VW is really planning on keeping this just a concept or eventually releasing a production version to the public. Sure, VW says no for now, but that could quickly change if the public receives it well. And we're sure it will impress everyone in Shanghai. Interior. Very little was revealed about the interior, but we still learned some important details. As you can see in the images, VW did not go over the top with the CrossBlue Coupe Concept's interior, which leads us to believe that this model is definitely a preview of a planned production model. The images show what appear to be leather-wrapped semi-sport seats that boast a two-tone black and gray color scheme. The steering wheel is your run-of-the-mill flat-bottomed wheel with a few auxiliary controls mounted on it. Behind the wheel are traditional-looking gauges that display power usage, speed, gasoline level, outside temp and a handful of other pertinent details. Well within reach of the driver is an infotainment system with what looks to be about an 8-inch LCD screen with a 3D Navi system. The center stack is superbly laid out with all of the buttons you need, but none that you don't. Also rearing its head are buttons that control the drive modes, which include Sport, Off-Road, and ESP Off. Performance. Word has it that the CrossBlue Coupe Concept is powered by a direct-injection V6 turbocharged gasoline engine that works together with a pair of electric motors, 40 kilowatts, 54 horsepower, powering the front wheels and 85 kilowatts, 114 horsepower, powering the rear wheels. Taken together, the powertrain can produce an output of 305 kilowatts, 409 horsepower. Torque comes in at 500 Nm, 368 pound-feet at 1,800 revolutions per minute from the gasoline engine, 180 Nm, 133 pound-feet from the front motor and 270 Nm, 199 pound-feet from the rear motor. This gives the CrossBlue Concept a combined torque of 700 Nm, 516 pound-feet. Driving the wheels is a 6-speed DSG transmission. This driveline affords the CrossBlue Coupe a 0 to 100 km/h, 62 miles per hour time of 5.9 seconds and a top speed of 146 miles per hour. Fuel consumption hits 3 liters 100 kilometers 94.1 mpg in the combined cycle. Once the batteries are depleted, the V6 engine still provides a respectable 6.9 liters, 100 kilometers, 40.9 mpg. If it runs on electric only, the CrossBlue Coupe Concept can travel 33 kilometers, 20 miles. In total, there are 6 driving modes. The charging mode, which is activated by a center console-mounted button, uses the V6 engine to charge the batteries for later use. The coasting mode is activated when the driver releases the gas pedal and it decouples the engine and motors from the drivetrain to preserve energy, given the battery has a good charge. Charging mode is activated when you press the brakes and it decouples the V6 engine from the drivetrain and uses the brake force to recharge the batteries. The boosting mode uses the V6 engine and both electric motors at full capacity for maximum performance and all-wheel drive. The off-road mode drives all 4 wheels, but the V6 engine powers the front wheels and the front motor uses the engine's energy to power the rear motor, which powers the rear wheels. Finally, the TSI-only mode is when only the V6 engine powers the CrossBlue, making it a front-wheel drive vehicle. Pricing and release date. It's a concept, so pricing details are still out of the question. VW claims that there are no current plans for the CrossBlue Coupe to enter production, but we take that with a grain of salt, given its rather timid looks. The complex drivetrain may not make it into production, but we assume some form of it will find its way into the lineup. Competition. BMW X6. If Volkswagen does decide to bring the CrossBlue Coupe Concept to production, you're looking at a worth competitor to the BMW X6, one of the first models to feature the coupe-like SUV look that has become pretty popular within the auto circles. While existing X6 models carry a multitude of powertrain options, the fact that the most powerful of them, sans the M badge, tops out at 405 horsepower, the CrossBlue Coupe Concept has a pretty unique advantage over its German rival. But, and this is a big but, if the X6 does have a hybrid in the works as BMW has said it does, then that changes the equation a little bit. Conclusion. Hard to conclude on something that only has sketches to show for it. But it looks snazzy and in line with what we expect from a coupe crossover, so that's a huge plus. Rest assured we'll have more to say about the CrossBlue Coupe Concept when Volkswagen reveals it at the Shanghai Auto Show. Love it. Awesome power. Electric only power option. Superior MPG. Leave it. VW claiming that there are no production plans. Super complex drivetrain that would make any repairs outrageously expensive.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.